OFX was popping. So I literally, the other video is literally uploading right now, and I just had more thoughts that I wanted to talk about. So, okay, I just want to go through and do more simulations. I'm still trying to figure this out. I might as well just do it on a recording. So, if we put in 100% win rate, right, and we have to keep it here because it won't let us do it with a, fuck that up, with a 20 to 1, right? So we have to do it with that. And if we did that over the course of 120 months, which for some reason it doesn't even do the full month, the last one, but whatever. Every single month is going to be profitable, right? Now, if we took this, divided it by half, you get roughly, I mean, you get, maybe let's try it one more time because every single year that I've done the 20 to 1, first that year, little inflated, but this year 99.3, then this year it's been 98.3. So let's try to get at least a little bit above a 98. See if it'll just pop up with that. It did before when I just did it. Let's try one more time. See if we can get like a 98.1 or something because I think that a 21 can manage to be 98 to 99% plus on average. So I don't see a reason why we couldn't have just a little bit above that if this fucking thing would work. All right, brother, come on. Come on, man. If we get 98, I'm taking it. All right. Oh, perfect. All right. So now if we take that, 2,350, 2, 3, 5, 7, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 3, 6. Divide by 2, you get 1. Let's say, what the fudge? All right, let's map this out. So you get, what was it? 7, 8, 9, 6, 8. You get that. Okay. Now divide that in half because we can only do it with the profits would be half of that, right? The win rate would be that, but the profits would be by half of it because it's a 20 to 1, not a 10 to 1, and that looks incredible. I mean, look at that. Look at that equity curve. Now, if we were gonna do, let's say, like a 98, we'd have to fluctuate it because let's do a 95 because the 10 to 1 would fluctuate a little bit more. So 726. Let's do 726. No, computer's so slow right now. 726, and then let's do a 96% win rate because it would fluctuate more with a 10 to 1 than it would with a 20 to 1. So, and then let's just say 1.1, yeah? 1.1 M, okay? So now, and then if we were gonna, and then look at that equity curve. It looks great. The worst would be what? 95.3, most possible, best. It'd be roughly around that every time. But the 1 to 1 will fluctuate a little bit more just because it has a little bit, tiny bit more room for error. And this is what it would look like every single month, right? It would be like we talked about in the last video. It'd be 0.8, 1.9, or 3, roughly every single time. Now, let me do the 20 to 1 one more time. I'm winging this because I didn't have this planned out. This is going to be really sporadic. I'm winging this shit. But, let's see the best. Yeah, all right. I fucking forgot I could do this. So, 98.3. So, this is what it would be like. Now, every single thing would be divided in half. So, it would be 0.8, 1.5, roughly around that range every time. So, instead of zero point 0.8 and 1.9 and 3, it'd be like 0.4, 1 point, or 0.4, 1, and then 1.5. That's what it would be every single month consistently. And then every single month, for the most part, you probably would never ever lose. And this is what I'm talking about in terms of the compounding. Year one, the first month would be 1,600. year 8 years later, the first month would be 41,000. Now, let's go and okay, well, hold on, let's keep track. So 1,600, and then the last year, first month would be 58,000. Or let's do the last year, the last month, 76,000, 1,600. So let me just put that. All right, 1,600, and then 76,000. That's the difference in months. Okay, and I should have did it with the 10-01 before I left. Let's do the 10-01 again. 98. Oh, first of all, we have to divide that. I forgot, because it's half of what it is, right? So 800, and then what the fuck is that divided by 2? $38,000. So that's the difference in that. And now if we go do the 10-1, which I think this is it, yeah? I think we just did it. Let's go. It's the best. All right, probably wouldn't be that. It'd be more like that. Now the first month would be 2,800, and the last month would be 31,000. Fuck. I don't forgot what it was. 31 and 2,800. All right. 28. Did that wrong. All good. God damn it. What is it? I keep forgetting. 31. Jesus. $31,000, and then. All right. So that's kind of a crazy difference. Did I do that right? Let me go through one more time and do this. Bear with me. Didn't have any of this planned out. I'm just trying to figure this out on the spot. So 43,000, 68,000. 68, what is that, 33? So it would be more. Or 34, I mean. Yeah, no, it was 38. So 38, 34. But that's crazy to be on the same path and potentially more than the 10-1. And that's kind of, I think this has proven my point better. And I'm not just saying that because it is. And now, okay, now if we were going to go do, let's say, a 1-to-1, now let's compare the months. Let's compare the months in terms of how much you would make. What is this, 50, 55? Those would be bigger. That's with 55. But that, again, this is the problem. The problem is that it's saying that it'd be 55% every single month for the most part. That's the problem. The problem is that the higher you go in terms of risk reward, the more that this fluctuates. It would not be 54, 55 every single month. It'd be 50. I mean, years. It'd be 50% 1 year, 52, 55, 57, 45. It'd fluctuate a lot more versus the 20-1 and the 10-1 would fluctuate between. This would be like probably, to be honest, it'd be 94% through like 96. That's probably the most that it would fluctuate, if not just 95 and 96. And this would be 98 and 99% every single year for the most part. Now, that's the problem. So then first month is 140. And then by the end of this, it'd be 55, 75. But this is the thing. You can see that the months are so different. 7,000, 66, 70, minus 77, minus 15. You can see that the months fluctuate so much, which is, I think, now I'm starting to prove my point here. If we did, let's do a 20-1 one more time and see what happens. Which again, got to divide everything in half because it doesn't let us. So 1.8 1.5 million, whatever, 1.17, whatever the fuck. And then every month is going to be roughly around the same. We go all the way down here when it starts killing it. Now 30 something, 30,000, 28,000, 28, 27, 20, 15. This is what I'm saying. Every single month is roughly the same. Would this not compound more in the long run? Like, let's be so for real. Would this not compound more in the long run and make you more money? Like, let's be so honest. And then we can see these months down here, 250, 300, 447. Years. I keep forgetting these are years. The first year would be 32,000. The last year would be $667,000. Right? Now, if we take that and do the actual 10-to-1, the first month would be 20,000. The last month would be 187,000. Okay, so that's still less than the 20-to-1. The 20-to-1 last month was 600 something, but it's like 300 after we split it in half. So that's a really big difference, man. That's a really, really big difference. And I'm saying that because I think that the compounding effect, I think just being able to get consistent compounds, this would be 310,000, or yeah, something like that, 310,000. Yeah, so the months get bigger and bigger just because you're constantly winning every single month. Now, if we were gonna do again a 1-to-1, now the months are of course going to vary a lot. Let's do the best. Let's see, 3 million. So it's a little bit more. 31,000. 1.1 million. But again, like, it's just not realistic to be like, we're going to have a 54% win rate every month or every year. That's just not a realistic thing. That's more realistic on average. And then the biggest month was this. I think, yeah, the biggest month was 200,000. It fluctuates a lot, and then the problem is that every single one of these years, it's saying that you would be able to have that. Like, 1 year, 2 years out of 10 could be break even, 2 years could be losses, and then 2 years could be fucking barely profiting, and then 4 of the years could be actually good years. And out of those 4 years, maybe like 2 or 3 of them would be like the bulk of the entire thing. That's just kind of how it would go. That's how it goes per month so far from what I've seen. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's how it just went per year at the same time. Whereas if you have something like the 20-to-1, which I wish I could just fucking screenshot it and go back and forth. The 20-to-1 or the 10-to-1, it's a big, big, big difference. Big, big, big difference. The best, 98.3, 20-to-1. So every single one of these would be divided in half, 1.35 million. And then every single month, 50,000, 75, 109, 250, something like that, 150, 190. You know, every single one of the, it's bigger. It's bigger. It's the biggest. So even, I don't even know, it's the biggest. 20-to-1 is right now performing the best. Every single month, you're winning. Every single year, you're completely winning. And it's even bigger than the, now I guess we could just leave it right here and just do first. No, we can't. Because the 20-to-1 or the 10-to-1 usually doesn't have 97% win rate. It's usually like 95 to 96. But even 98 on a 20-to-1 is kind of low. So did this, 96, that'd be pretty accurate. Even 95 would like not be terrible. And then the months are not as big. The months are smaller. They're much smaller. And there's a lot more losses. Most possible 96. The best is maybe realistic. I mean, I don't remember what it was. What was it this year? It was 96.2. Yeah, so this is more realistic. 1 million made less than a 20-to-1. And a little bit more losing months, but I mean, you have years where you literally don't lose at all. But the money, it's less, which is actually surprising how much less it is. And I think this is backing up my theory that you just have small, consistent wins over a long period of time. It just compounds a lot more, compounds a lot faster. So, like the first few years, it's not going to make that big of a difference. But by the time year 8, 9, that's where it really kicks in. 25, 24, 30, 30%, 24, 22, 32. What would it be if it was this? We'd have to divide it in half, of course. 35, 36. Okay, 18, 19. So the percentage gain would be less, but it seems like the money overall is more, though. The money overall is. Hold on. Yeah, it seems like the percentage gain on the 10 and 1 was more consistent, or higher consistently, but the money is so much more. Even when I'm divided in half, it's more. That's wild. So I don't know what to make of this, man. I mean, you can see right here what would that be? 300 and something thousand, 70,000, 380,000 in that month, 270, two something, 190. Like these months right here, 190, 200. These months are bigger than if we were gonna do a 10 and 1. And this is a 98.6, which is realistic for a 20 to 1. And then we go to those same months. Now let's look at, yeah, this is realistic. Yeah, the months are bigger with the 20 to 1. I think it's just because you can compound it faster. This was like 400. This is, or not 400. This was like two something, 250. Then this was when it was like 370 or something. The months are bigger, man. The months make more money with a 20 to 1, and I think it's just because it compounds 100, 100, 190, 100, 100, 200, 300. Let's do it one more time. It's probably gonna be the most boring video you guys ever watched, but fuck it. So 100, 100, 200, 300. Hey, brother. Come on, man. What's going on? Oh, it's just not loading. Okay. It's just completely fucking up right now. Yeah, this was 100, 100, 200, 300. And this is now 100, basically 150. This is 200. This is 300. And this is almost 400,000 or 350,000. So 100, 100, 200, 300. This is that. That's a really big difference. That's double. That's 50% more. And then this is, what was it, 300? This is 70 something thousand more, or 50,000, 60,000 something more. So it's more, man. It seems like it's more with the 20 to 1. That's kind of a crazy thing. And it's every single month, every single year. I mean, literally, imagine imagine not losing for 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 10. Imagine not losing for 10 years in a row. Like, you didn't have a single losing month for 10 years. That's unbelievable. Yeah, I honestly, this one thing by itself, I think I'm starting to lean towards doing negative risk reward more. I wonder what it would be like with. I did write down all of these risk reward break evens. I wonder what would I do? Like, what would it be? 0.2? I wonder how I would do this. 8 to 1. Maybe the 8 to 1 is that. What was it? 89? Let's see. Wait, is this 8 to 1? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure this is it's 10 to 1, right? Hopefully I wasn't fucking this up the whole time. Yeah. Yeah, that should be the 10-1. All right. This thing keeps fucking freezing. But yeah, man, there's just extra thoughts on a 10-1, and or just negative risk reward in general. Especially when it comes to something like, oh, let's test this. Let's find out how would I do what was like a 1.3. How would I do a higher risk reward? Let's find out the fluctuations of that. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's do. I think like 26.5 would be reasonable for a. Oh, fuck! I forgot. You gotta do. You gotta do a little bit higher. Let's do 27. That is not. It's not a 1 to 3. How the fuck do you do a 1 to 3? Is it? No. Okay. How do you? What was it like a? Oh, backwards. 27. Be closer to that. Yeah. I mean, that's so many more losses. It's just a really big difference. I genuinely, I mean, look, the fluctuations of the months or the years are just so crazy. Um, I hope I wasn't doing this incorrectly the whole fucking time. That would suck. Then what would a 0.1 be? What the fuck is going on right now? Take profit to stop loss. Doesn't that make sense? How does that not make sense? Alright, this whole thing is tripping though. I don't know. Alright, man. That's just my thoughts, just random thoughts that I had. If I have any more, I will come back and fuck around for a long time. That's it, man. OFX out.